The Galaxy S series has been getting bigger over the years, but still comes in a familiar design. It's a little disappointing, not for the fact that it feels like a cheap plastic device, but for uninspiring, monotonous designs over the years. Even the plasticky chrome finish lining does not give it a premium feel. The back is now perforated to give a better grip, and this time a larger 5.1-inch screen takes over the front. The headphone jack is on the top, and a USB 3 port at the base that's sealed for a reason. At the back is a 16 megapixel camera, and right below that is the heart rate monitor, a first for a mobile phone. Even at the front, Samsung has got rid of the settings key and replaced it with a multitasking key, which is pretty handy. Running on Android KitKat, the Galaxy S5 feels the same as previous generation Samsung devices, with the TouchWiz interface. Swipe left from the home screen to get the magazine feed, similar to the HTC Blink feed. And there is a handy toolbox icon that floats all over to keep your important apps ready for a quick launch. These are the small add-ons that are pretty nice. The overall interface is smooth, and even though it has a large 5.1-inch screen, the phone felt comfortable for single-handed use. I'm a big fan of the Fingerprint Scanner. I used it on the iPhone 5s and it worked very well. Unfortunately, it's not so well executed on the S5, and that's essentially because you have to swipe through the center of the button in a vertical position, which is not very comfortable. The iPhone 5s on the other hand takes in various permutations and combinations, so you can actually place your thumb in any position and it will unlock the device. I in fact turned off the fingerprint recognition within a day or two. But it's not only the fingerprint scanner. Samsung has also placed in a heart rate monitor at the back of the device. Through the S Health app, you can measure the heart rate. Now, we couldn't tell how accurate it was or even if it's of any use to the normal user. But one feature that does come handy is the fact that the S5 is now dust and water resistant. It can handle an occasional splash as long as it's not submerged very deep or for too long. After about 5 minutes in a fishbowl, no problem. The overall performance of the S5 is not bad. A power user would not complain as the device handles browsing and gaming pretty well. I was not too impressed with its battery life though, since the phone lasted me just under a day under moderate use. There is an ultra power saving mode that turns off home screens and goes into a grayscale mode to conserve more power. You can choose which all apps are important and restrict your use to conserve battery. Again, this was a feature that I didn't see much use of. There was a marginal difference in the power saving, and the S5 died on me on most days before my day finished. With a quad-core processor and 2 GB of RAM, the phone matches up to other flagships. It has only 16 GB of internal memory, but is expandable by 128 GB. The phone is priced at 51,500 rupees, but there are some great online deals and you can get it for as low as 43,690. There's a big jump up in the camera performance, and that's because of the 16 megapixel sensor that gives a good amount of detail even when you blow up the shots. Also, there's no shutter lag, and now this phone can shoot 4K videos, which are 4 times sharper than full HD. The shots that come out from the S5 are not bad. The camera does give a host of features to play around with, and it's pretty easy to use. The Galaxy S5 also comes with some wearable accessories like the Gear Fit, a smart band that's focused on fitness. It has a pedometer, an exercise schedule, and a heart rate monitor. You can customize it to change the wallpaper, the clock dial, or the orientation from horizontal to vertical view. It looks really nice on the hand and will get you all the attention. You can also get notifications like messages and emails or see who is calling you, but you can't actually take the call. The only problem with the Gear Fit is that it lasted only about 3 days on a single charge, which is not too good for a fitness band. Thankfully, the accessory is optional. Now, you won't buy the Samsung Galaxy S5 for its fingerprint scanner or the heart rate monitor. In fact, there is no wow factor to it except that it's got that IP certification and the camera on this is great. Overall, it's a good phone, but existing Samsung users who are using the S4 will not be very impressed with its design. It's not at all impressive, which is why you could check out other options in the market as well. The HTC One M8, which is a great looker, and the Xperia Z2, which was just announced. First one over here, unfocus. I tap on unfocus and what it does is, it diffuses the background. You just saw what I did. The ports on the device are covered with flaps, And that's because the Z2, just like the Z1, can handle a little bit of water.